All right, so we are at the headquarters of Operation Warm Wishes, or OWW, and we're about to meet a very special friend of mine who is CEO and started this over 15 years ago. They do a lot of work with the homeless, near homeless, troubled youth. So we're gonna talk to Tyron, and he's gonna tell us a little bit about what he has going on. Tyron, how you doing, man?
Hey, Brian, how's it going, friend?
Pretty good. So you got a lot of stuff going on here.
I do.
On top of running Operation Warm Wishes, you also teach too, so it's probably been a pretty long day.
Oh yeah, I've been with Touch Unified for 16 years, working with kids with special needs. That's my paid job, and after I'm off of work, I come straight to the office and start doing other work.
Well, so you're working double shift. Well,
Double shift.
I'm glad that you're gonna make some time for us to check out a little bit of what you do.
Yes,
so let's go ahead and get into it, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. All right, so Tyron, you have been working on Operation Warm Wishes for the last 15 years.
Yeah, I started Operation Warm Wishes 15 years ago. Started OWW because of my own struggles as a young man, as a youth. When I was in high school, my family were homeless for a couple of years, and not only was that homeless for a couple of years, that really shaped my life and that really affected me growing up as a teenager. So, being in high school and a teenager living in a hotel, being homeless is not the ideal life for anyone,
Yeah.
But then, being 16 years old, 17 years old, having to live in a motel, and you're the oldest of 5 kids, and there's your mom, and there's so much stress going on, and I had the pressure of being the oldest. It was hard,
Yeah.
frustrating. Leaving school and have to go back to a hotel room, not to my own bedroom, but to a hotel room and sleep on the floor. And, for a long, long time, I always asked, why did that happen to me? Why did I have to experience that? Now I look at it, it all served its purpose, Many years later, now that I'm running Operation Warm Wishes, we help countless amount of families who we put into motels or we put into shelter, and some of the youth are my age, and it's like, oh my gosh, now I understand why I had to go through what I had to go through, because I'm able to give other people hope.
So as far as with the volunteers, you also have the student interns, which tell me about that, because that's kind of that's another special program that you have set up.
Well, it all started with the Make It Happen clubs. When I was in school, when I was going through what I was going through, people didn't know that I was homeless. People didn't know that I was struggling. The teachers did, but my fellow students didn't know.
Yeah.
And I felt maybe if they knew that I was, homeless, or I needed food, or I needed clean laundry or something, maybe they would have treated me different, and maybe they can help make a difference. So we started the Make It Happen clubs. RJ Finley, Casey Finley, and Connor Hatch, who are former Operation Warm Wishes student leaders, they came to me and said, we'd like to have a club at our school. And it first started at Beckman High School, then we had one at Tustin High School, now we had one at Foothill, then we had one at Cal State Fullerton, and all these schools want to have their own Operation Warm Wishes club where students are directly helping students. So we have these clubs, but I want to take it the next step further, and that's when we start the student intern program, where we find out what their goals are. Not only are they serving, not only are they helping, but they're also doing things that they love to do too. Like if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be an artist, if you want to be a cook, we use your talents and your skills, and we implement those in our Operation Warm Wishes programs. And we work a lot when we work with our troubled youth. We work with a lot of at-risk youth who need community service hours, or they're just having a hard time. So we give them that opportunity to be leaders. We take all that negative stuff away, and we give them a position where you're a leader right then and there. And it makes a difference, because now they have something they can look forward to doing every single day.
In the past, when we had worked together on this, you were giving out bus passes, helping them with interviews, hotel vouchers, but also you were working on some temporary housing. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we're still doing those things on a daily basis. Every single day, I'm serious. We receive a phone call, or a family living in their car, could we help them out, or this person needs their laundry done, or there's a senior citizen who needs clothes. There's so many things that we do, and we still do those things. I know the pandemic happened 2 years ago, and we haven't been getting a lot of funding because of that purpose. But the thing is, we're still moving forward. We haven't stopped, and it's not the haircuts, it's not the clothing, it's not the food that we give, because all that stuff is going to go away.
Yeah.
But what's going to last is how we make a person feel.
Yeah.
In 15 years of doing this, no one ever came to me and said, oh my gosh, Tyron, that sandwich you gave me was so delicious. It's like, no, you stopped and you helped me. That jacket you gave me, they don't talk about the jacket. It's It's how you make them feel. It's the gestures. It's the youth serving them. It's that person greeting them with a smile. Like when our Thanksgiving event, we don't do like the soup kitchen style, you know. We have menus and we serve them. Cause I want people to know that they're worth it. You know, everything we do is a big event because even if only one person shows up, it's all for them because that's going to make a person feel better. It's going to change them, and that's what Operation Warm Wishes is all about: uplifting people, giving people hope, letting people know that you can make it. I don't care if you're 9 years old. I don't care if you're 99 years old. I still believe that there's still a purpose in your life. God still has a purpose for you, and I feel like it's my job and my responsibility to share that unconditional love of Jesus Christ with people and let people know that, hey, you can make it, you can do it. And this is what my driving force for 15 years. There's been hard trials and been tough opportunities, but you know what? It keeps me going. Yeah.
So I remember it was one of the last events that I had attended. I think I was just doing pictures for it. It was like it was a Halloween one where you guys were giving away costumes. And something that that really hit me, it actually kind of broke my heart, but there was tons of kids there. They were super excited. They were all picking out their outfits. And, you know, I noticed a lot of them, like, you could tell that they're going through it, right? And that it's not easy. And some of them, a few of them were, you could tell they were malnourished as well, but they were so excited. And, like, there was so much joy because even though, you know, their reality is very, very difficult and like they don't even understand it yet. This is something that's going to hit them years later, what they went through. But even though they're going through it and they're living in these moments where it's tough, they get to be part of something that is normal. When you have a rough upbringing, it's those little times where you can feel like you're just like everyone else, right? And that you do matter and you are cared about, and you can have a special day as well where it's not all fight or flight and going through it and not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, or, you know, there's so much chaos that comes with being homeless and near homeless that you think it's normal.
Think of an oak tree. That little pine cone or acorn, whatever you call it, all that's in that tree is in that little tiny acorn, you know? Like that tree is majestic and it's big, but that little seed. And so I look at it like when we're helping those in need, it's like planting seeds and something gonna grow. I may not see it. I pray that God allows me to live to be 90-something years old and I'm able to see the fruits of my labor. But even if I never see them, I know that what I did made a difference. So when I go to bed at night, when I lay down on my couch and I'm watching Netflix or the Golden Girls, whatever I'm watching, I know that, hey, family was helped. I tried my best. I didn't turn them away. Someone was helped. Someone was saved today, and that's what makes me. And after that, all that is worth it. Through all the bruises, all the pain, being a bullied youth who used to give himself eraser burns, who hated himself, who thought he had no purpose. Many years later, and then realizing, okay, this is why I had to go through what I had to go through, because I'm gonna be that hope for that man. I'm gonna be a hope for that woman. I'm gonna be that hope for that youth. I'm gonna be able to provide someone with an opportunity to get out of that situation, and that is worth it every single day.
As you guys know, they do the Thanksgiving Spectacular every year. It's going to be at Pepper Tree Park. What's the times that it goes to?
From 11 to 3.
From 11 to 3. So if you are in need or you're going to be alone on Thanksgiving, we're going to be out there. It's going to be super exciting. There's a ton of different stuff that we're going to have going on. So do you have people bring dishes, or what can they do to help out?
Well, even though the event starts at 11 and it's at 3, we start as early as 5 in the morning setting up. That means like chairs, tables, tablecloths, the different pop-ups, and the different booths. You know, we give out clothes, we give out hygiene things. You know, there's so much going on that day. You know, but if people would like to, if you just want to show up and just say hi to a person, that's volunteering. We have menus and a dessert bar and a beverage bar. It's something like they're even at like a world fancy gala or something. But it makes them feel great, and it leads up to Christmas and I think that the Thanksgiving Spectacular is the blueprint for like what's going to happen for the rest of the year. It really is the big thing. And there've been times where I was told, oh, you can't do it, or it's not going to work out, or Tyron, why do you want to do it at the park? And you should just do this. It's too big for what you're thinking. And I don't listen to that. I want to give people the best of the best because people deserve it. And
Well, if you want to get involved, or you could use some of the services that OWW provides, we'll have a link down in the description to your guys' website. You can donate there. You can sign up to volunteer. What else can you do from there? You can reach out, talk to Tyron, see if there's anything that you know, that he can do to help, or you can do to help him in what he's doing. So I appreciate you having us out, man. This was a wonderful interview. Thank you so much for sitting down with us and really showing us what you're doing in this community.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you so much.